Whoopsie. Okay, here we go. There's another impromptu live stream with me, Torn Atkinson, doing some. Let me show you what I got so far. This is. Let me get rid of. Where's my reference here? Okay, there we go. This is the Mutant Crawl Classics Neon Jungle Volume 2. Let me get rid of the. You can see a little bit better maybe here. Yeah, we got the Flintstones-esque adventurous lady in the front with her lightsaber. We got the the slug man mutant in the midground, and in the background we got the sentient rhinoceros beetle, I guess you would say. Yeah, see, yeah. And right now I'm just working on cleaning up the rhinoceros beetle. I forgot to turn on some music. Let's do that. iTunes. Put on the iTunes on the YouTube. Here we go. Start with The Dragons of Ashita. Quiet suspense / monster something. From Johnny Quest. Hoyt Curtin. Classic stuff. All right. Let me draw. I'm drawing here. I'm trying to draw here. Boo-doo-doo. Working on my rhino beetle face. Here we go. I got my, this is my, where's my beetle flying reference. Pretty great. Great stuff. I think that should be helpful. And this guy is kind of a gizmo guy. He's a tech obsessed character. So I've given him these. I love the little weird little antenna on that. Let's get a little more character on there. Make them a little more fork-like, a little more bendy. These could be dark here. Why not? Yeah, so he's got his. Don't know how. Just kind of improvising the goggles here. But the sun, the light direction is coming from. I used my friend Kim as a reference for the lady. And I took some photos out in front of her apartment, and the sun was coming down in this direction. So that is what. It's pretty subtle, but I will try to stay consistent with that for all of the characters here. The brush I'm using is the Chisla, one of my favorite brushes from True Grit Texture Supply. Which I think, if I recall my goggles correctly, need to get closer. Yes, the Chisla 35 brush size here in the Photoshop. Making circles is hard. It's a triangular brush, as you can see if I just make what's here. It is definitely a triangular brush, so it can be a challenge to work with, but I quite like it. I like the way it looks. This is his little, I guess you would call this his upper lip. Dun, 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 dun. I had another, I don't know if I still have it. I had a close-up of the bug's face, but I may have deleted it. We don't need to get too into that. It's, but one of the things that I saw on, oops, wrong layer. They have a lot of little hairs. So I basically gave this guy a beard. And he's got this cool little, what do you call it? Bandolier type thing. And then his gun, which is a, where's my reference for my gun? There it is. Which is something, this is a reference I grabbed off of, what do you call it? Sketchfab. Somebody modeled this gun. And I kind of crossed it with, let me see if I have the reference here so I can show you. Diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo. The client, Scotland, sent me a couple of water guns. One of which is these. So I kind of took this part here, and this part here, and this part here. And I put it on. Mash them up. Mash them together. But let's finish this guy's face. It looks like I kind of gave him eyebrows, which I don't mind at all. Why not? Little extra hairs there. Da, 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 da. Dum, bum, 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 brum, bum, bum, bum. I don't really know what's going on in these cheek areas here. Kind of wish I still had my reference for that, but that's okay. This is the kind of carapace thing going on here. And more. It's, this sounds like Flintstones. Nope, this is also William Hanna. Oh, it's not even on shuffle right now. Let's put it on. Which is shuffle? This is shuffle. The shuffle button. There we go. Now we're on Spider-Man music. 1960s Spider-Man. I'm drawing on the gun wire, which is bad. Let me put that gun back, so I won't do that again. I kind of wish I had that. Let me just look. I'm looking. I've got kind of his horn on the back here, but let me do it a little bit of a different way. I don't want that gun anymore. I want my flying beetle. I'm not sure if these... I guess it works. The shell casing. The shell, is that what you call it? You call it shell casing. Do you? I'm confused about where his legs are. Okay. Remembering where the light source is. Right? Is that gonna do it? Let's just do some cheat a bit. It's okay to cheat a bit. Should I put it over here? I think I will. Put it a little bit lower. Don't want to make that one bigger than the other one. Hey, kill switch. I've been all right. Not too bad. The week. What, now what layer was I drawing that other stuff on? What layer is that on? My God, what am I doing here? Layer 51. Oh, okay. I forgot to merge them, that's all. There we go. Yeah, I've been all right. How's about you? that. I feel like that's not wide enough. That's a little better. Bum, 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 bum. Let's add a little bit of texture here. Just for shits and giggles. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, and then, so this, right? Oh man. I feel like I need my beetle face, which I don't think I have anymore. I might have to re-look it up. Let me check my folder. Beetle face, beetle face. No, I don't have the beetle face. Okay. Dave Rosser, what's a cheetah bit? Is that like a mutant animal code snippet? Cheetah bit, yes. I'm doing all right, says Killswitch, trying to fix my download speeds for my Wi-Fi. They're ungodly slow. I found out there's some kind of a setting on my computer that is actually choking my download speed from the Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's a setting or if it's just the hardware that I have. But my computer cannot get the speed that I paid for my internet service provider. Which is annoying, but it doesn't really affect it much. It's still decent. But I feel like I just paid for a higher tier that I can't actually use. So that's a bit annoying. But what was I doing? I was getting beetle face close-up. Bum, 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 bum. Of course, there's lots of different kinds of beetles, so they all look different. Let me try rhinoceros beetle. Gee whiz willikers. None of these are they. I wonder if it was a Sketchfab thing I did. Let me check the Sketchfab. I think it might have been Sketchfab. Rhinoceros beetle. Oops. Rhinoceros beetle. Bump bump. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. I'm looking at a model right now that looks very familiar to me. Bump bump. Yes. Yes, I think it was. Here, let me show you. So there's the rhinoceros beetle. Of course, it starts out like that, but I just moved it like that. So now I can kind of see better what the underside looks like. So that actually does help. And that, yeah, I definitely use that kind of nose there. The eyes would be here, but the eyes, I guess it's just a skeleton that they scanned, exoskeleton. So the eyes are not in the sockets, which is fine. Which is fine. Okay, so using that as my reference, I can, let me get a little closer to my reference so I can see what I'm drawing here. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Da-da. Of course, I'm not being anatomically authentic because this is a game. This is a fantasy. There is no such thing as beetles that use guns. Okay, so that, yeah, they do have kind of like a cheekbone here. So I'll just make that consistent as much as I can. So a little bit of shading here and here. I think I might just leave this free too. Let's give it a. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's give it a bit of a center line. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, that's cool. And then this part, I think that's gonna be more or less appropriate. Bam, bam, wow. And then this could just be black. Fill that in. Fill that in black. I think that's gonna work. Jim Dandy. Kind of going over the arms here, but under the shoulder. So something like that for the suspender, bandolier suspenders, and then these are the shoulders, which are not anatomically correct. Do I care? No. No, I don't. Just make it look cool. Just make it look cool. And then he's gonna be holding his guns. Kill switch. The face of a beetle is not one only a mother could love. Monica's here. Welcome, Beetle Cheeks. What music is this from? Oh, this is Star Trek, the animated series. Also by Hoyt Curtin. Alright, let me draw his gun. Something like that. Try and make these lines more or less straight. And this one too. Not sure about this little thing. Maybe that helps. Something like that. Fix. You need to fix that. Doing straight lines by hand. Let's make that not quite as pointy. And then this part. This is his little bug hand. Isn't that cute? Bug hands. Nope. Here we go. And then this thing, which I don't even know what it is, but it's there. Oh. Oops. Okay. How's Monica today? What's going on in the north of Vancouver, if anything? Ooh, atmospheric music. Womp womp, womp womp, womp womp. This is the more. Let me look at my reference. Let me look at my reference for beetle hands. They don't really have hands at all. So that's definitely a cheat. But they do have those cool spikes. So we can draw that. We can, and we will. Like Batman's gauntlet. Batman's gloves. Dot 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 dot. Something like that. Do I want to put that in full shadow? Sure, why not? Why not? And this one too. Because it's maybe that whole thing there. Yes, yes. Yes. And then he's got two little smaller, which are not doing anything. They're just kind of sitting in the background there. Ta-da. I'm not sure what's happening with this here. Let me see. This would be the something like that, I think. Should be fine. Should be fine. Let's get a little shadow underneath his arm there. ba, ba. Maybe put this arm. Let me think. Let me think. Where are these originating from? Let's say here. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. How many? Yeah, 2 is fine. Flintstones. They'll have a gay old time. Here's the Flintstones right here. She's got a rock necklace. Just like Wilma. Ba, 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 ba. I feel like I should make those rocks bigger. So I have to draw fewer of them. But not all of them need to be big. Right? Something like that. And then this is her dress. Post-apocalyptic dress. I'll do that later. Let's finish the bug. Let's finish Bugman. Let me save my work. Ba, 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 ba. Kill Switch, do you always listen to music when you do art? No. Normally, if I wasn't live streaming, I would probably be watching YouTube videos. Watching/listening to YouTube videos. Monica says, it's birthday season. Youngest turned 18 this week. My God. So last night was board games, pizza, and anime cupcakes. Good times. Oh, tell me more about this anime cupcakes. That sounds intriguing to me. Let's do some shadow underneath the beard here. Ba, ba. Some vague textures. This is his beetle bum. Let me. Is that about right for a beetle bum? I'm just checking with my model here. My beetle model. Not quite right. Oops. Oop, I guess I can just undo. It might be faster than trying to erase with my tiny eraser. Alright, we got a little butt here. Goes like this wise. And if this is the center line here, which is not really, I feel like it's not where the center line should be. This is head. More like that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay. That's fine. And then something like that. Something, a little something, something like that. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's finish this would be the trigger. Let's make a little bit more room for the trigger here. Boom. A little bit of undershadow. Not exactly sure I'm going to draw the wings. Like, do I? There's 3 options. Let's take a look. As you can see in my reference photo, they're pretty. They're pretty stationary. So I can draw them like that. Or I can draw them like that and then blur them digitally so it looks like they're moving. Or I can try to draw them so that they look like they're moving, but not with, like, Photoshop effects. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But they're surprisingly long. Like, I feel like if I was true, they'd be like going out to here, right? It's like bat wings a little bit. I'll just pencil that in for now. Come back to it. Not sure how I want to do it. I might put them more up. I don't know. The way I would do it if I was gonna draw them here. Let me get rid of my underlayers here. Where is he? No, this one. I would probably like this part here would be more defined, and then when I got out to the edges, let me make my eraser. They would just be more like scratchy. This is not the final drawing. To give the illusion of movement. But let's all not worry about that. There's a weird hooting noise. Somebody's doing some construction in the alley or something. We have a great local baking artist who can draw almost anything, so makes cookies with images, and we put them onto the Yummalicious cupcakes. This year was Demon Slayer. I don't know. That sounds very familiar, but I don't think I've watched Demon Slayer. You know what I need to watch? Is Delicious in Dungeon. I love the idea. I'm a little angry I didn't think of it. And pitch it as a cartoon. I don't have Netflix, so the only time I was able to watch it was when I was at Montreal in last year. Last year, when was it? When did we go to Montreal last year? I can't remember. This is not quite right, but also I'm not sure I care that much. Maybe what I should do is draw with the eraser for these parts. Nope. Nope. Turn it around. Turn it around. That makes it a little more easy. And then just redraw those parts. I think that looks better. Looks better. Looks better. Yeah. I watched about, I don't know, 4 episodes of Delicious in Dungeon. I thought I had criticisms. My criticisms with Delicious in Dungeon were I wanted more, like the food that they were making from the monsters looked good, but I wanted a little bit more science. Like gastronomic, what do you call it? Gastronomical science? What do you call food science? And I don't remember specifically what it was because it's been so long. Food science. What do you call that? Maybe just call it food science. Bromatology. I wanted more bromatology. Yeah. What I'd like to do, right? So right now I'm doing my Dungeons and Dragons storyboard artist reacts to the 1983 D&D cartoons. I also want to do Ghostbusters Call of Cthulhu episode. I want to do some Thundar the Barbarian episodes and go through those, a few of those, and give my notes. But I would also like to do Delicious in Dungeon and just talk about. I'm not a bromatologist. I'm not a food science guy, but I just think, and maybe some of it was lost in translation, but I just feel like they could have gone a little bit deeper into the ingredients and how it was prepared. And then also as a dungeon master and generally D&D guy. Yeah, I can't remember specifics, but I had notes. So I'd like to rewatch the... I'd like to actually go through the series and take notes, as opposed to what I did the first time, which was just watching it and thinking, I would have done this different, and not actually make any notes at that time. Anyway, I enjoyed it. I want to finish watching it, and one day I will. Ghostbusters Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, there's a Ghostbusters called a real Ghostbusters episode called The Collect Call of Cthulhu. If you go to YouTube, here's what you do. You go to YouTube. I know you're already on it, and plug in Saturday Morning Cartoon Crunch, Real Ghostbusters, and you'll hear me and my buddy Rob talk about the Ghostbusters cartoon, and which is fun. And then, okay, so this actually has to go. Oh, this is interesting. This is where everything breaks down. Because the legs should be coming from much higher up. This abdomen is all wrong. Okay, so here is... Oh my God, I made such a terrible mistake. Speaking of science. So here's where... All right, I see what I did. Now I gotta fix my mistake. Ding, 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 ding. So the legs are gonna come out from here, right? Like that. Okay. And then I guess maybe I'll just do this. It's easy. It's cheap. Okay. And then maybe just a little bit of texture there. Okay. What was I going to say? Yeah. And one of the episodes that they did was the Collect Call of Cthulhu. Which, I mean, watch it. It's probably on YouTube. I have the DVD box set of the Real Ghostbusters, but I used to do, what do you call them? Screenings. At I would have my Saturday morning cartoon party thing, which I started in my apartment, and I enjoyed it so much that I decided to. The music's distracting me. I decided to take it on the road, so to speak, and I would, along with my team at Second Level Wizards, non-profit, cool nerdy event society, we would we would have the Saturday morning cartoon parties at the Rio, at Vivo, was that a thing? Vimo. It was a place on Main Street where it was kind of like an art gallery slash video space. So we would screen cartoons there, and people would come and pay, I don't know, whatever, $10 or $15 to get in. And we would sell cereal bowls as well to make extra money. Bowls of cereal. And one day, we screened a Ghostbusters episode, probably the Collect Call of Cthulhu. I mean, because it's one of the best ones. And I guess I left the DVD there. Forgot to bring it home, and now I don't have it. And that was a million years ago. Does that look right? I don't think that really looks right, but also it's going to be like this big on the page. I know that means nothing to you because you're not looking at my computer monitor. I think that's fine. That's going to be fine. So yeah, so I don't have that disc. I have the box set, but I'm missing the disc. So hopefully it's on YouTube, and when I decide to do that, Storyboard Artist Reacts episode. I can find it. Bone. There's a bone in her hair. I don't know how that is supposed to work. Don't know how a bone is supposed to hold your hair. I guess you're just tying your hair around the bone somehow. Don't really know how that works. Oh, I drew a little lizard over here on this rock. That's cool. What do I want to do now? I feel like I'm not going to do... The reason I'm not going to do the wings right now, let me get rid of my reference, is because I haven't really settled on the background yet. So, yeah, I guess I'll do this dude here. Slug dude. Let's see how far I can get today. And tomorrow, I'll be doing my 20-minute monsters tomorrow morning at 10 Vancouver time. And I will be doing the Vegapygmy. I'm not super excited about this staff. What can I do to make this staff more cool? Some Battle of the Planets music. Let's give him some, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay, we'll draw his hand. I don't want to give him too many. He's kind of like a slug man, so I don't want to make his knuckles too. I want to make his knuckles too. What's the word I'm looking for? What is that? What is that? Oh, that's the rest of his. That's the rest of his knuckle. Is that what that's supposed to be? Okay. What did I draw? Let's make this a little more interesting. A gnarled thing. He sent me a reference. I love cereal. I love cereal too. I wish I could eat cereal for every meal, but I'm fat enough already. Okay, here's the reference he sent me for this staff. Don't know what that's from. It's pretty gnarly, so yeah, maybe I can make it more gnarly. Let me undo what I just did. See if I can make it even more gnarly. I don't want it to be too gnarly down here. But once you get to here, make it super gnarly. I want it to come up a little more. Wait, I don't like that line. Don't like that. I don't like it. Gnarly. Dun 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 dun. And this is wood, so we gotta make it look like wood. But it's also gonna have things on it. Leather strips, I guess. Something like that. Is that too? Is that too gnarly? Or is that not gnarly enough? I feel like it's a little... I don't know. Let's try. Let's try something. Let's try again. Let's try again. Get those creative juices flowing. Maybe they should wrap around each other. Maybe that'll be fun. Got a little heart. A little heart in there. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Maybe something a little different. Is that too symmetrical? It looks like an E. What if it twists around on itself? I'm having trouble with this for some reason. There. No. Close. Close. Feel like it's close. How about that? Nope. Beep. I mean, I feel like that's in the neighborhood. I don't like the way it's curling back around, actually. Maybe it should curl around the other way. All right. Enough fooling about. So now let's put some straps on it. I feel like put some here, put some here, some here, and then some straps hanging down. Does that make sense? What did I do for mine? It's got little things dangling on it too, is what I did. Sure, so let's put some. Maybe a ring. Little, like bottle caps or some shit like that. I don't know. Washers. Let's put something like that. What's your favorite cereal, Kill Switch? Because I'll tell you mine. My favorite cereal is Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms, because of the marshmallows. I'd love me a good marshmallow. My favorite cereal used to be Count Chocula. Still pretty good. Still pretty good. But not as good as it used to be. And maybe my tastes have changed. But yeah, Count Chocula pretty great. Count Chocula good. I like Honeycomb quite a bit. I like, I like most cereal. I'll eat almost any cereal. Does that look like wood? I feel like that's as good as wood is gonna get. Yeah, I feel like I need to take a break soon. So let's see. Let's do some more work on this. This guy. Underpants are loose. Underpants. Underpants. Gosh. Underpants. Underpants are loose. I'll fix that up when I do the background. My favorite is Cocoa Puffs, but I love Lucky Charms too. The marshmallows are great. Honey Nut Cheerios. Oh, run by Big Cereal, yeah. Honey Nut Cheerios. When I was a kid, we would get Shreddies primarily, I think. Good whole wheat Shreddies. And I would put tons of sugar on it because there's just not enough sugar on Shreddies. Brown sugar. I feel like I need to make my brush a bit bigger for these. These are supposed to be skunk tails or something, or rat tails, or squirrel tails, or I feel like I'm not doing them justice. But what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about how when I was a wee lad, you would get proper prizes in cereal. You don't get prizes in cereal anymore. You have them for years, decades. But when I was a kid, you would get the Flintstone flying disc, or God, what else would you get? You would get Tron. Tron was a big thing. When did Tron come out? 1980 something. Okay, I need to finish the foreground lady before I finish this. Garment. And these little things are flowers. The client sent to me. He said he wants to see these flowers in the... Where are they? Where are they? These white... I don't know what they are. I don't know what kind of flowers they are. But I'll be putting some of those in. I should ask him if he knows what they're called. Okay, I think I might be done for now. Let me save my work. It's already saved. Let me delete some of my rough layer. I can see how it's looking. I think that's all right. Oops. I think he's on a different layer. Yeah, I can just delete that layer. Bug Dude is pretty close to being done. Just gonna do the wings, I think. There's gonna be a waterfall behind here. I'm a little bit stressed about the background. But I want to have more rocks. Where's my waterfall? There's my waterfall reference. So hopefully I can make that look like something with the rocks, which is great. Some mossy rocks. Because the last one I did, the first volume 1. Let me show you. I've got it here. Is this it? Why does it look? Yeah, this is it. There's the first one. As you can see, there's a lot of fine line work in the background with all the foliage or foliage. And you got the little pitcher plant dude here. Mr. Friendly Pitcher Plant and the skunk dude. And then the tech wizard. Which I used laser tag vest on. And then and then the trick is to the foreground elements, just dark leaves, blacked out leaves and ferns down here. Very busy, so I'm trying to find a way to get the same feel with this new one, but also different. Same but different. And so I'm thinking these big rocks and the waterfall will hopefully will work to make a nice composition. I'm sure it will have its own challenges, but hey, that's making art, right? So thanks. I think I'll take a break. Thanks for joining me. I might come back to this later today. We'll see. Maybe I'll live stream it. Maybe I won't. I was hoping to get it done this weekend because I've got 5 monsters to draw for another project. And I will be live streaming some or all of those as well. So, here we are, the D&D outro music. I wish, Killswitch says, I wish that was a thing when I was a kid. That would have blew my mind. Yeah. Prizes in the cereal boxes. Great. What were the Tron ones? They had, oh my God. Now I gotta Google it. While I'm here, I'm gonna Google it. Tron, was it Tron Shreddy's Toys? Dun, 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 dun. Shreddy's Toys for sale on eBay. That's interesting. Yes, there's one of them. Pencil holders. Da, 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 da. There he is. There's one of them. I recognize that guy. Da, ba, da, da, da. There's Vincent. Da. Very similar in most respects. Da, da. Da, 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 da. But there's gotta be. Yeah, oh, here's the whole line. There's Black Hole. Not Tron. Sorry, that's Black Hole. But I think there was Tron. Maybe I'm misremembering. Here we go. Yes, Tron Mini Flying Disc. It's all coming back to me now. There they are. They're just little pieces of plastic with Tron branding on them. But it was something. And I would always get in trouble. Oh yeah, these ones. I remember these. It was like a little Nabisco. It was you put the strip in there and you pull it back and then the car would go, and that was cereal used to have toys in them back in the day, so that was fun. And I was gonna say I would always get in trouble because I would put my hand and dig around in the cereal to get the toy before. Because the toy was always on the bottom. And in the old days, if I recall correctly, maybe I'm misremembering. No, I can't be misremembering, because otherwise why would they would put the toy in with the cereal, and then later it would be on the outside of the bag. It would be because the cereal would be in a bag in the box, and the toy would be in the box. Not in the cereal, but before they had it right in the cereal, so I'd be like digging around, and my dad would go like, "Stop fucking putting." He wouldn't say fucking. Stop putting your hand in the cereal. Which as a dad, that's fair. Thanks for everything. Thanks Monica. Thanks Killswitch. Thanks Dave. I'll see you soon. Hopefully tomorrow, where I'll be drawing some veggie pygmies from D&D. And I will see you next time. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time on the internet.